Hi, I'm Mike Kent. I'm your professor for ITSC 1309 Integrated Software Applications 1. I'd like to welcome you to my class, and I want to make this orientation video to walk you through my Blackboard site and the publisher's site, SimNet, where you're going to be doing your homework. So if you ever need help all over Blackboard, I have my contact information. Please get in touch with me. Look forward to helping you this semester. Learn the material. Just make sure you do your work, and I'll be there for you. Take care.
All right, so I'm logged into Blackboard, blackboard.sanjak.edu, and I'm taking a look at my ITSC 1309 class, and I'm on the announcements. So you need to look at the announcements. I'm going to put out announcements at least once a week, and here's my welcome announcement for the fall. So basically, your jobs to do the first week are to get in, look around Blackboard, do your orientation quiz, and then attend my live Zoom classroom, which will be at 1 p.m. Wednesday, and then you have your first SimNet exercise. Now, the way the class is organized is, of course, you're going to start here by going to Start Here. You're going to want to look at the syllabus calendar, and then all the work you're going to do is under course content. So let's go look at Start Here real quick, and you'll see a welcome message. And what I want you to do is to watch this orientation video, which will be showing up right here. I'm recording it right now, so it's not here, but you will see it when you log in. Read all the documents in the Start Here section. Look at the course syllabus. Read and save, and I recommend printing the course calendar because that has all the due dates. Then this week, by the due date, you're going to want to take your orientation quiz, and you can take it multiple times because it's just making sure you've looked through Blackboard, so you can keep taking the orientation quiz until you get a 100. Then there is a discussion board you need to post, and that's actually due on Wednesday, August 24th. Getting to know you, follow these instructions, watch this little video. So, your name and major is what I want you to put in your initial post, something interesting about yourself, and then 3 of these top 10 tips, which ones you like. And then once you've done that, you're going to need to go in and reply to 2 other posts in the discussion board, and then you get a 100 on the introduction discussion board. Easy peasy. Now, the other things you got to do this week, your first week, are to create your SimNet account, and there are instructions below, and attend the 1 p.m. Wednesday live Zoom classroom section, and I'll talk about that more in a little bit. So here is the first thing you got to get done, which is your discussion board, and then by Friday you got to do the orientation quiz, and you also have your first SimNet exercise. I have some instructions on here on how to set up your SimNet account, and you can watch this little video or read this document here. But basically, when you click on an assignment in Blackboard, it's going to bring you into SimNet and prompt you to create your account, or if you already have an existing SimNet account, to log in under that. Your SimNet license, your registration key for this class, has been paid for with your tuition. It was included in your tuition. If you're having any trouble with SimNet, you can run this browser test right here, and it will tell you if your computer, if your web browser is compatible. So let me try this real quick. It's going to pop up another window, and it says everything is in the green. The biggest thing I usually see is you have trouble with pop-ups, and it will give you instructions on how to enable pop-ups for SimNet. So I'm good to go with Chrome. Also works with Firefox, also works with Edge, but Chrome's probably your best bet. If you're having any problems with SimNet, I'm going to ask you to start out by calling their technical support number during these hours. If you still have trouble, get in contact with me, and then I have a direct contact to Cengage SimNet, and I can get these problems resolved. The other thing you're going to need in this class is you're going to need Microsoft Office, and you get Microsoft Office for free from San Jacinto College. Now you can follow this link right here, or if you log into your student email, there is a way to get to it. But this will bring you through the steps to get Microsoft Office installed on your local computer to do your projects. Now, you can get Microsoft Office for the Mac, and you can do all of your projects except for Microsoft Access. The Mac version of Microsoft Office does not include Access. So if you have a Mac, you're going to have to find a Windows PC. You're going to have to either go to one of the campus libraries or go somewhere where somebody's got a PC that has access. And I have an open lab here in the Davidson building on the central campus. Davidson building, second floor, lab 231, and you can come in and use Microsoft Office in there and get help from me directly because I'm here during the daytime. I teach. All my other classes are face-to-face, so that's getting Microsoft Office. Then the college has some technology requirement stuff, student support resources that are available for you. You can get all this stuff from the college if you need it. And just remember, you can do this. You've got to take your class seriously here, and you've got to make sure you set aside specific time to work on this class. Now, that's Start Here, so make sure you go through Start Here. If I go to Syllabus Calendar, as the plot thickens, this is the first day handout and the course syllabus, so let's take a quick look at that. I'm going to click on it here and bring it up, and let me zoom in just a little bit here. And I put this at the top of a lot of my syllabuses because I really do believe this. It is my desire for each and every one of you to succeed in your college career. I'm going to work diligently to teach you this course material. I only ask you give me the same effort. You can do it. So what are the secrets to success in a distance class? Don't get behind. Schedule fixed work times to work on the class several times a week, as if it's an in-person class. This class, if it was taught in person, would have 4 contact hours, 2 hours of lecture, 2 hours of lab. So you need to schedule enough time to succeed in the class. If it's taking you less time than you've scheduled, great. You can go on to the rest of your life faster. But if you're not setting aside time to work on this class, you're setting yourself up for failure. So put it in your calendar when you're going to work on this class. Work ahead. Okay, don't wait to the last minute to do this stuff so you don't get late assignments. And if you have problems, then you can get help from me. Now, we're going to be doing sim book exercises, and we're going to be doing guided projects. You can do the sim book exercises over and over again until you get to a 100. Your guided projects, you get 3 attempts. So, and if you get down to your last attempt and you still haven't figured out a problem on your project, email me it, send me your document, and I'll find out what's wrong. I can go into SimNet and look and see what it's flagging. Now, this class also has practice tests, and you can take them up to 3 times. The students that do the practice test do significantly better in this class than those that don't. And of course, get help. Get help from me. My contact information, here's my email, mike.kent@sjcd.edu. Best way to reach me is my cell phone number, which is 281-682-6227. You can also text me. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of the class. Your tests are 60% of your grade. Your labs and your SimNet projects are 40% of your grade. This includes your discussion boards, and you got to have a passing average in both of those. The tests are not just true, false, multiple choice. They're also simulations where you have to do tasks as if you're in Microsoft Word or in Microsoft Excel. Okay, assignments and labs, we're going to be doing this on SimNet. I'll be showing it to you in a little while, and there are links to the assignments throughout Blackboard, but I also have a calendar that shows all the assignments you have to do and when they're due. But late work will be accepted, but there will be an appropriate late penalty. Textbook, you don't have a physical textbook, it is the SimNet website, which I'll be showing you. Supplies, Microsoft Office we can get for free. I recommend a USB memory stick to save your data and your files on. That's just a good thing in life, is to keep your data in multiple places. And you'll probably hear me like a broken record saying you need to keep your data in at least 3 places: on the hard drive of your computer, on some sort of USB hard drive or memory stick, and then the third place I use is the cloud, like Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive. But you want to keep your data in multiple places because it's not a question of if your hard drive on your computer is going to die. It is a matter of when. Now, as far as cheating, I will tell you right now that SimNet has built-in cheat detection, so if you get your guided project from somebody else, it will tell me exactly who gave it to you. And if I catch you cheating, I'm going to give you an F in the class. And there's no reason to cheat in this class. It's not hard, and you can get help. 16-week semesters at San Jacinto College have the last day you can drop, and that is Wednesday, November 9th for the fall semester. Now, I'm required to have office hours, which is the time I'm physically in my office, but you can contact me outside my office hours, but my office hours are 11 a.m. to 12:30 on Monday, Wednesday when I get out of my morning class, Wednesday from 5 to 6, an hour before my Wednesday night class, and Tuesday, Thursday, 9 to 10 a.m., an hour before my 10 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday class. You can call or text me 7 days a week. I don't live looking at my email, so if you email me something, you might need to shoot me a text message to say, hey, can you take a look at this email? I sent you my Word document I'm having trouble with. And then as soon as I can get to my office computer upstairs at home, or if I'm at the college, as soon as I get out of class, I can take a look at that. Now, the rest of the syllabus is the long form. This first page is the summary. All the detailed information on the official syllabus is on the following pages. So I'll leave this for you to look at. I'll just point out a few things. Grading formula, all that's on the first page. Attendance policy, as long as you're turning your work in each week, I'm going to count you as being present. Class participation, good attendance, getting your work in. If you can, attend the live sessions. Is very helpful to borderline grade situations. Student support, San Jacinto College has tutoring. You can go to this website to get help on that. You can contact each of the 3 campuses for information. Of course, we have a diversity, equity, and inclusion statement, and all I can say is I'm here to help all of my students, and I have a reputation for being there for my students and helping my students, and I am very committed to that. I have been here for 30 years, and if I ever get where I'm not doing that, I am going to retire. San Jacinto College has counseling if you need that. Of course, we talked about honesty, individual responsibility, computer security. This number right here is the emergency number to the San Jacinto Police. We do not have security guards at San Jacinto College. We have a police department, and I recommend you put this telephone number in your phone. You can call 911 when you're on campus, but then it will go to the Harris County 911 Center, and then they're going to have to get it over to San Jacinto College. This is the most direct number. And for non-emergencies, such you got a flat tire, you locked your keys in your car, you want to be escorted out to your car, you can call the non-emergency number for the campus police. Official policy is to use San Jacinto email. Go to www.sanjac.edu/email and claim your email account. If you're using your personal email to contact me, it may go into my spam folder and I may not get it. Class recording, I'm going to record our live sessions and you can look at them later. If this was a face-to-face class, I wouldn't have a problem with you recording it. Withdrawal policy, just remember, if you do not drop a class and your average is an F, you're going to get an F or an FX, which means failure for lack of attendance in the class. So it's better to get a W than to get an F on a class. Repeat rule, if you repeat a class too many times, they're going to charge you extra money. You can get information on graduation here. There is the state law on campus carry, so there's some information on that. And COVID self-reporting. If you have COVID, you need to report it to me and go through the procedures. If you get COVID, of course this isn't a face-to-face class, so we're not going to have a problem with you missing work unless you just don't feel well. If you get COVID, if you get sick, just let me know and I'll work with you. Now, that was the syllabus. The course calendar, the next document right here. This is a 2-page document that shows everything that's due. So the first week of class, you need to get in, get your SimNet account created, download Microsoft Office. We're going to do a Blackboard Zoom at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, and make sure you get that discussion board done on Wednesday. By Friday, you need to do the Blackboard orientation quiz and your first Sim book on SimNet. Then basically every week we're doing a chapter. So week 2 of the semester, we're doing Word Chapter 1, which has a Sim book and a guided project. And I'll talk more about guided projects next week once we get in the second week of the semester. And then as you can see, the third week of the semester is Word Chapter 2, Word Chapter 3, Word Chapter 4, and then there is a discussion board that is due by Friday, September 23rd, Privacy in a Digital Society. Now, practice test, you can start taking it weeks before the real test, but you need to take the word test by Monday, September 26th. They say, I give you the weekend to get the test done. Then rinse and repeat. Then we move on to Excel. So we'll be in Excel for 4 weeks. Then there will be a practice test, and then you need to take the exam for Excel by Monday, October 24th. Access, we're basically doing 4 chapters for Access, but we are not doing a guided project for Chapter 4. But remember, for Access, you need, if you're on a Mac, you're going to have to find a Windows box to do Access. Then once again, you have a practice test and an exam, which will be, the exam is due technically before Thanksgiving, because I can't make any due dates over the Thanksgiving holiday, but I'd let you take the exam the Monday after Thanksgiving. That's fine. Then we finish up with 2 chapters of PowerPoint, another discussion board, another practice test, and then PowerPoint is our final exam. So this calendar right here, print it out, keep it handy. Once again, you're seeing I'm giving my contact information up here, my email and cell phone number. So if you need help, you can contact me. Okay, now, not too much longer to go here. Course content. If I go into course content, at the top here is Zoom Classroom. If you go into Zoom Classroom, you will see a classroom in the start time. I don't have any created right now, but you'll click on it, you'll go in. If you don't have Zoom, it'll prompt you to download it. If you need to see a recording, you go to Cloud Recordings, and look, I have a test video I did a couple days ago just to get a feel for Zoom Classroom, because I used to use Blackboard Collaborate. So if I click on this recording and then I run it, it does something kind of weird here. You notice it says copy passcode to clipboard, and then before I can watch the video, I have to right click here and paste the passcode in, and then I can watch the little recording. So, here's my test video. I know it's highly exciting as I was sitting here playing with it. Test. Should be sharing my screen now, and I'll run a dry. So anyway, that's how you can watch the recordings in Zoom Classroom. Here's the course description, the student learning outcomes, some tips for SimNet, doing SimNet assignments. Here is your first SimNet assignment that's due on Friday, August 26th. When we get into Microsoft Word, you're going to have to submit your projects to SimNet. I'll talk more about that, and I have a little video on how to do that. Here is the Word folder with all the stuff that you need to be doing for Microsoft Word. If I go into it, here's the major parts we're doing for Word. Here's the learning outcomes for Word. Here are the folders for each of the Word exercises. And just want to point out to you that I have walkthrough videos for the guided projects that I found on YouTube that you can watch that will help you if you're having a problem. You're not going to need these textbook starting files, but I just supplied them in case you wanted them. You don't need them for what we're doing with the course. So here's the sections of the class: Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint, and they have subchapters. Now let's look at SimNet. Now when I go into SimNet, it's going to look a little different than you. When you click onto this link right here, it's going to prompt you to log into your account or create your account, and then it's going to bring you into the exercise. Since I'm a teacher, it brought me into the class organizer. So let me come over here to Sim Student and go in the simulated view for students. But where it should bring you is actually straight into the first SimBook activity. So it should bring you into this screen right here. Intro Chapter, Windows 10, Office 365 2019 File Management. And I can either say Open SimBook, I could say Reset Progress, because if you see, I've partially done this. I'm 38% done. Now, as I look through this, if you don't get it done in one sitting, you can just come back to the screen and scroll down and pick up where you left off. So for instance, right here, I've done 2 of the 5 items I need to do towards a grade on this page. So if I click on this, it will bring me to that page of the textbook. I can read through this, and I can keep going until I get to these right here. So the things you need to do for a grade are the let me try. If you can't figure out how to do the let me try, there's a hint button, there's a guide me, and a show me. So don't start out with the show me. Don't start out with the guide me. Go straight to let me try. If you can't figure it out, back up to show me. Okay, now I've done this one. It's got a check mark on it, so I don't need to do it. So, I can do it again. Here, let me click on it. This is going to want me to save a file. So I'm going to click on Let Me Try. It's bringing me into SimNet. And up here it says Create a New Blank File. Okay? And then it says, if I don't know how to do that, I can say Show a Hint. Hint, click the File tab and select New. So I'm going to go File, Blank Document, and it says Correct. You have successfully completed the Let Me Try. Now I can say Close. Don't say Continue, because if you say Continue, it's going to bring you to the next exercise, but it's going to bring you into Show Me instead of Let Me Try. So now I've got a check mark there. I can scroll down. I can be reading through this stuff. Here's the next one I need to do. Let Me Try. It says save the file to the Documents folder on the computer. Name it PP Intro 1. So I'm going to go File, Save. I'm going to save it to this PC. I want to save it to Documents, which I'm in Documents right now, so I just need to call it, hopefully I'm doing this right, PP Intro -1, and then hit Save. And it says correct, yay, and the crowd goes wild. Now I can close it. And then I can keep on going down to the next exercise. So there's 5 exercises on this page, so I could go to this one right here and say, let me try. And what's it want me to do? Save the file to a new folder inside the Documents folder of the computer. Name the folder American River Cycling Club. So you can do these. If you're not sure how to do it, you can say show me, and it'll play a little video.
To save a file to a new folder, click the File tab. Click Save As. On the left side of the page, click This PC.
You get the idea. So that is the, let me get back to Sim Student View. Didn't mean to get out of that. That is the Sim books. And if I'm in the Sim book, here, I'll get back in it. So now you can see, I'll go back into the Sim book right here. If I exit out of it up here, it's going to save my progress, bring me back to the previous screen, and I can see how many, all these ones right here that say none, there's nothing for you to do on those pages. You just need to skim through them and read them. You don't have to do any other exercises except the Let Me Tries. Now if I go back to Course Manager, not Course Manager, Sim Student, I'm sorry. One moment please. Okay, now what I meant to say is if I go back to assignments, here's all the assignments we're doing this semester, and then they're in the order that they are due. So you can see the Word Chapter 1 Sim book is due on August 31st. The first guided project is due August 31st. If I go through all these words, you can see you will see the practice exam and the real exam. So take the practice exam first, and this is another way you can see all your assignments. Now, a third thing you can do is on the side here, there is a link that says Enter SimNet here. This will bring me directly to SimNet. Of course, you've got to log in. And then for you, it will bring you right to here. And then you can work on your assignments. All right, if you got any questions on this, let me know. If you have any trouble getting into SimNet, let me know. I'm going to close these windows. I'm going to go back to Blackboard, almost a tongue twister right there. And like I said, if you have any questions in this class, let me know. Here's my contact information. There's my email. There's my cell phone. And get in touch with me. Get help from me. And I'm really glad you're in this class. I look forward to teaching it. Anything comes up, let me know. Otherwise, get in there and get started. Take care.